If you would like to have further practice using the normal curve and z-scores and t-scores, there are many online sites you can go to. We will illustrate one for you here. Here is the link to an online statistics textbook,
which lets you simulate the normal distribution and put in different values for the mean, the standard deviation, and find out what percentage of observations fall above or below or between different values. You can use that and then confirm results that you have from your z-table practice.
We will demonstrate a few of these just to show you how it works.
When you reach the page, it'll start out looking like this. Notice it's a normal distribution with a mean of 0 and a standard deviation of 1. Then you can modify and change values for the mean, the standard deviation, above and below, different values to see what percentiles and what percentages are falling above and below or between different values. We'll illustrate a few for you. We've landed on the simulation page to which we referred, and you'll notice that the mean is 0, the standard deviation is 1, just looks like our normal distribution, and we can change values for specific parameters. We can change the mean, the standard deviation, or above, below, or between or outside values on the normal distribution. So it started out with what percentage of observations are above 1.96. That is 2.5.
So let's do a few more. Let's try to find out what percentage is below one standard deviation from the mean.
So we put in plus 1 standard deviation, click on below, and we find that that represents the 84th percentile, something that you're well aware of by now.
Let's do another one that you're familiar with. What percentage of the normal curve lies between -1 and +1 standard deviation?
So we'll change to -1 to +1, and you should know the answer by saying, oh, there's 68% of observations, 34% below the mean, 34% above the mean.
Okay, let's change this to t-scores. So we do that by putting 10 in for the standard deviation and 50 for the mean. Now let's solve a little problem. What percent of t-scores lie between a half a standard deviation below the mean and a half a standard deviation above the mean, which would be 45 to 55? And the answer is 38%. Let's change this now to a raw score distribution. We'll go back to our bowling scores where the mean was 200 and the standard deviation was 15. Let's find out how many individuals would have a bowling average above 220. And the answer is 9%. It's your turn now to play around with this simulation and learn how to manipulate t-scores, z-scores, and percentiles.